coming up at the Royal Rumble. It is official. Impact Women's Knockouts, I should say Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James will be a participant in the 30 Women Battle Royal. That is exciting. Huge. We always talk about this Forbidden Door, right? Triple H told y'all that WWE was willing to work with other people. We saw that with Evolve. And I think people wanted to see, they wanted to see the big matchups with WWE and New Japan. Obviously. They wanted to see then, when AEW came along, WWE, AEW, whatever. It's not the first time WWE has worked with Impact. Now it's the first time in a talent perspective, but we've seen Ric Flair come to the Hall of Fame. We've seen Christian do some stuff or go over there and do inductions. But now we're going to have talent. And we're going to have talent in the ring. And she's the women's champion. And you saw WWE tweet out that Mickie James would be there. You saw Impact tweet out that she would be going to WWE. And that's the part that's exciting. Now, this is the part that I'm waiting to see. Will we see the men? Will we see people, will we see like a Chris Bay, maybe a Matt Cardona, a Moose? Will we see these people enter the Royal Rumble? If I'm Impact, do I send my champion to enter their Royal Rumble? Maybe, maybe not. I've heard people say stuff like, well, WWE's mentioned Impact Wrestling's name more than AEW did, because that was supposed to be the Forbidden Door, right? But I think this is huge. Now, it's unfortunate news that, before I go there, because I do want to address something. I saw people saying stuff like Mickie James sold out and all this other stuff. And I think it's just, once again, people trolling, people who don't understand the business, people who, if they was running a wrestling company, I would not want to work for them, or I wouldn't trust them in my wrestling company, because I don't think this is selling out. Yeah, she did go on record complaining about the way her stuff was discarded, rightfully so. It was addressed, and that's the thing that Dwayne had talked about a while ago. We talked about this on Wrestling Wrealm Now podcast, where sometimes by the time stuff gets to Vince McMahon, he does, it's too late, right? And he apologized to a team like FTR for the way the system failed them. He apologized to them. Aleister Black, he left gracefully, bowed out gracefully. Daniel Bryan, who was Bryan Danielson, bowed out gracefully. Sometimes that these people, these fans get all worked up about behind the scenes, and they read these dirt sheets and they start taking things so seriously that they don't understand it's a business. Because guess what? If I'm Mickie James, I ain't worried about what you got to say. Y'all don't pay my bills. And I think this is a huge opportunity. It's a huge check. It's a Royal Rumble check. Are you kidding me? So, and she's a legend. Let's face it. She's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. She had an issue. They addressed it. They squashed it. Boom. You move on. Now, what's unfortunate is we will not be getting the boss, Sasha Banks. She tweeted that, it was revealed that she'll be out 6 to 8 weeks with a foot injury. All prayers go out to her. We hope that, things will be better. And I think it's unfortunate, but the best part is that, she will be back in time for WrestleMania. Now, this puts my plans, y'all know what I was saying. I said Sasha and Charlotte. Sasha wins the Royal Rumble. Now we'll see. Bayley has already tweeted out some emojis. Will Bayley be the winner of the Royal Rumble? Now, I will say this. I wish they didn't reveal the names. I wish, they didn't have to tell us everybody. Now, I like the Mickie James announcement for obvious reasons, right? This helps Impact because now a lot of people's tuning to Impact. Shout out to Mickie James retaining the championship against Deonna Purrazzo. So it did put eyeballs on that product. I respect that. But people like Summer Rae and Lita and all those people, we've seen them in the Royal Rumble before, but I just didn't think they needed to name them. Let's just be surprised and that anticipation. So I'm really hoping they don't do that with the men. I just hope we turn on January 29th, on Saturday, January 29th, when we're watching the Royal Rumble, we can just sit back and enjoy it and be shocked. Like, oh my goodness, this person's here. You know how we used to be back in the day. Because I mean, we obviously know these people not winning it, so and how crazy would that be if Mickie James won the Royal Rumble? And then you really have a forbidden door open. Well, one, I know wrestler fans complain, they got all these wrestlers here, but then she couldn't win the Royal Rumble. And then we get Mickie versus Charlotte, right? And it's title for title, or not title for title, but just title for title, or champion versus champion, right? So that's just something. We know it's not going to happen, but it would be interesting to see that. But it's prayers out to Sasha Banks.